Mauricio Pochettino and Chelsea have mutually decided to part ways with immediate effect. The terms have already been agreed upon by Chelsea and Pochettino. Chelsea will prioritize a young manager to succeed Pochettino. Mauricio Pochettino, I extend my gratitude to Chelsea's ownership group and sporting directors for the chance to contribute to this football club's history. The club is now well situated to continue progressing in the Premier League and Europe in the years ahead. Chelsea are seeking a dynamic manager, with several candidates being discussed internally, involving both owners and directors. Thomas Frank is among the names mentioned internally. Kieran McKenna is also being considered, but the decision remains open. Sebastian Hoeness is highly regarded but remains fully focused on Stuttgart. Toni Kroos retires. He will be departing from Real Madrid and retiring immediately following Euro 2024. Toni Kroos, I am certain that it is the right decision. I aim to finish in the best way possible, and this season has been one of my finest. My goal was to conclude on a high note, and this season has been among my best. I want you to remember me as I am now. I've always said I wanted to retire here, and that is what will happen. I never desired to play for another club. I could continue for a few more years, but I didn't want to be on the bench. I want to remember me as this player. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez. Toni Kroos is one of the finest players in the history of Real Madrid, and this club is and always will be his home. Ederson could depart from Man City in the summer transfer window if a favorable proposal comes in. It's a possibility. There is already interest from Saudi Pro League clubs, with Ederson contemplating his options at the end of the season. The decision will be up to the player. Nothing has changed yet regarding Xavi Simons' situation. The decision rests with the player. Paris Saint-Germain do not want to sell him this summer. It's a choice between staying at PSG or a new loan until 2025. Xavi Simons is expected to decide before the Euros. Simon Kjaer departs from AC Milan, now available as a free agent after his stint in Italy. It's been an honor to play for this club. I'm truly proud. Thank you for everything, AC Milan. Tottenham are anticipated to allow several players to depart the club this summer. Rodon, Spence, and Tanganga are all set to leave once more. Bryan Gil and Pierre Højbjerg are also drawing interest. Emerson is on AC Milan's list. Sessegnon will leave as a free agent. Lo Celso is another player to watch. Further details on the Vincent Kompany and FC Bayern story emerged earlier today. Kompany has already been directly contacted by the Bayern board to discuss his situation. Kompany was willing to engage in discussions. Although it's still early stages, the interest has been confirmed and he's on their list. Martinez discussed his contract. We are nearing an agreement with Inter for a new long-term deal. It's just a matter of a few details. I hope to finalize it by the end of this week, but there might be a delay. I'm uncertain about what will transpire, but there are no issues. Ethan Mbappe is also set to depart PSG following Kylian, as confirmed by his mother, Faiza Lamari. It's anticipated that Ethan Mbappe will remain in France, with Lille currently leading the race to secure his signature. Xavi's future is still under internal discussion at Barcelona, with a crucial meeting expected between President Laporta and the manager to determine his fate. Rafa Marquez and Hansi Flick both remain options on Barcelona's list in the event they choose to part ways with Xavi. Benjamin Sesko's agent Elvis Basanovic stated, 2 Saudi clubs have shown interest, but there's no possibility at the moment. He's staying in Europe. Premier League and Serie A clubs are interested in Sesko indeed, but RB Leipzig is also making strong efforts to retain him with a compelling offer. Crystal Palace are nearing a deal to acquire Chadi Riyad from Real Betis as their new centre-back. A formal proposal, totaling €12 million plus an additional €2 million in add-ons, has been submitted, and negotiations are underway between the clubs. Chadi Riyad has already agreed to join Crystal Palace. Felipe Cheku Kouyaté and Wayne Hennessy are all poised to depart Nottingham Forest when their contracts expire this summer. Willy Boly has penned a fresh 1-year deal with Nottingham Forest, featuring a club option for a second year, potentially extending his contract until June 2026. Additionally, Ola Aina's option to extend his contract until June 2025 has been activated. 5 players are departing Nottingham Forest following the conclusion of their loan spells. Gio Reyna is returning to Dortmund. Nuno Tavares is heading back to Arsenal. Gonzalo Montiel is returning to Sevilla. Rodrigo Ribeiro is going back to Sporting. Divock Origi is heading back to AC Milan. No buy option will be exercised. Feyenoord have expressed interest in AC Milan defender Jan Carlos Simic, considering him one of the talents they admire to bolster their center-back position. AC Milan have already initiated discussions regarding a new deal with Simic. Simic, who made his Serie A debut and scored a goal, has been called up to the provisional squad for Serbia. Juventus have renewed their contacts with Monza, with ongoing discussions for Italian goalkeeper Michele Di Gregorio. Juventus have already negotiated personal terms with Di Gregorio, but either Szczesny or Perrin will need to depart in June. Riccardo Calafiori and Di Gregorio remain among Juventus's top targets.